Hi, I'm Christy.
And I'm Alex, and this is Good Evening KU.
So, Alex, I went to my first late night in the fog.
How was it?
Honestly, tiring and
Really?
a little bit overhyped, but it was pretty cool. They started off with, the crazy entrances, the half point shot, lots of dancing, lots of screaming, but my friends and I were quite tired.
How long did you guys, did you camp out? Did you wait?
We did camp out. We started camping out maybe 3 hours before we were let in, but then we had to wait another hour until we got in. But once we got in and we saw entrances, it was pretty cool.
Did you see all the basketball players?
I did see all the basketball players. I liked it a lot. I mean, they were so hyped up and everyone was so excited, screaming their names, dancing.
How was the actual performances? Did you enjoy that?
I did, yeah. The games went a little bit long for me, and they weren't too good of games, but I think once the season really starts, we'll be ready.
Yeah, I'm excited to actually go to some games.
And then Run DMC, actually my friends and I didn't stay for the entire performance.
Oh,
we were
really?
so tired, yeah. But it was fun. We definitely sang that It's Tricky. Went crazy. I think all the KU students went crazy, but it was a good time.
Good. And I know fall break is coming up.
Yeah, I know.
Are
this
you,
Friday.
Yeah, do you have any plans? Are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm actually going to New York to visit my sister.
Wow,
yeah,
that's
she lives
fun.
in Manhattan, so
That'll
I'm
be
excited
fun.
to see her.
I'm going to Vegas this weekend. It's
Nice.
senior spring break, or not senior spring break, but senior
Senior
fall
fall.
break. So I'm really
Nice.
excited for that.
Are you going with a big group of people?
Yeah, I'm going with all my roommates, and a bunch of my friends are going too, so that'll be really fun. I'm
Nice.
excited for that.
Is it your first time in Vegas?
Yes.
Really?
It'll be a
I'm
crazy
excited to hear
scene.
about it.
Yes, I'm very excited. And yeah, are any of your friends going on trips?
I know a lot of my friends are going back home, but I think they're just ready to spend some time with their family.
I
Relax.
feel like most people are just going home. I feel like
Yeah.
not that many people are doing stuff this week.
It's a kind of an awkward amount of time. It's
It is
can you
awkward.
go?
And I didn't even know that we didn't have school on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of extra day though.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for that.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for both of our fall break trips, and I'm
Yes.
excited to talk to you about it next week. Well, up next we have an interview about the J School Career Fair. See you later.
Bye.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
Welcome back. I'm here with our Career and Outreach Coordinator, Steve Rottinghouse. Steve, in about 2 weeks, we are going to have a career fair here at the J School. So what should students expect to see?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow, October 21st from 10 to 3. We have 14 companies committed right now. We have a good mix of news and information, Stratcom. We've got TV stations, newspapers, a radio station, PR company, communications firms, and they're super excited to meet our students. So yeah, hopefully all students can find somebody they can connect with. But yeah, last year it was all virtual because of the pandemic. So I'm excited to have people here interacting with our students.
Yeah, and then who all can come to the career fair?
It's open to all students. Typically we do have more upperclassmen, which is fine. I totally get it because it can lead to internships and job placement, but yeah, freshmen. I would definitely want freshmen, sophomores, all classes to show up because I think it's important now to make those connections. Even if the timing's not quite right for an internship, at least you make a connection with the company. And then say at the next career fair next March or next year, you can say, hey, do you remember me? I met you at the career fair in October of 2021. So yeah, it's open to all students. And yeah, just make those connections. It's not meant to be intimidating by any means because these companies, they're excited to meet these students as well.
Yeah, awesome. And then for students looking to come, how should they prepare? What should they wear?
Definitely dress like you would for an interview. I always recommend business casual. I know I'm not the most stylish guy, but if I'm a student going to career fair, I would definitely wear a collared shirt and a tie, slacks. Same thing with females. I mean, try to have if you have a business suit, that's fine, but slacks, nice shoes. You don't want to wear hoodies, pajama bottoms, sweatpants, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, treat it like you would an actual potential interview because you are there to try to impress these potential employers. And definitely also bring your resume. Don't feel like you're going to connect with every company there, but hopefully 3 or 4, and give them a resume, and they'll probably file it away, or they might give you some immediate feedback, which is totally fine.
Yeah, and then what would you say to some underclassmen who might be a little hesitant to come to the career fair?
I still think it's worth your time just to make those connections. And also something I didn't talk about, we have a photographer for LinkedIn photos. I know a lot of freshmen probably haven't thought too much about LinkedIn, but it's great. It's kind of like a living, breathing resume, digital. So we have a photographer. He's going to take a photo with a nice lighting, nice backdrop, and it can work also for your portfolio. But yeah, freshmen, you can never start too early making those professional connections, and I definitely encourage freshmen to show up.
Yeah, well, it sounds like a great way to get students involved and meeting with some companies that they could potentially work with. So are there any final comments you want to say? Yeah,
we are 2 weeks away. Again, it's October 21st, 10 to 3. Don't feel like you have to stay the whole time. If you can devote 1 hour, I think it's a good use of your time. And I'm excited to have it here at Stauffer Flint. We've never been able to have it here because we've renovated this building and got done, I think, in late January 2020.
Yeah.
Well, the pandemic hit, within 2 months later, so we had to move virtual.
Yeah.
So I know our companies are looking forward to being in this building. Personally, I want to show it off. We haven't had that chance. But yeah, I think it's a good use of your time, and we hope to see you on October 21st.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with the news.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome back. I'm Yasmin.
And I'm Marlon. This is your Tuesday Good Evening KU News Update. Talk about luck. One Power ticket holder's life just turned into big money. The winning ticket for Monday night's enormous Powerball jackpot was nearly in the $700 million mark. $699.8 million to be exact. Lottery officials said the lucky ticket was sold in Albertsons and Morrow City, California.
Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp experienced a global outage on Monday, leading to shares falling as much as 5% and Mark Zuckerberg losing $7 billion in net worth. This happened just days after a whistleblower provided internal documents exposing how Facebook's algorithm can be harmful to younger audiences. Facebook denies these allegations, but this unusual 6-hour outage has people questioning the company's internal affairs.
Not a great weekend for KU sports unless you count the return of basketball with Friday night's late night in the fog. The football team was crushed. The soccer team lost 2 and the volleyball team split. Even the softball team got rained out.
The football team lost 59-7 at Iowa State. Despite more than a 6-minute advantage in time of possession, KU could score only 1 touchdown to the Cyclones' 8. The Jayhawks are now 1-4 overall and 0-2 in the Big 12 Conference.
No game this week for Kansas, and the next game will be homecoming on October 16th against Texas Tech. The Red Raiders are currently 4-1 after a 23-20 victory over West Virginia on Saturday.
The soccer team battled through 2 weather delays and a power outage on Thursday night against Kansas State in the Sunflower Challenge. After a late first-half equalizer by Shira Ilanov, the teams were scoreless in the second half. The Wildcats scored with less than 2 minutes remaining in overtime to defeat Kansas for just the second time in program history.
On Sunday, the Jayhawks fell 1-0 to Iowa State. KU is now 5-8-1 overall and 0-4 in the conference, with home matches against Baylor and West Virginia this week at Rock Chalk Park.
The volleyball team split with Iowa State this weekend at home. On Friday night, the Jayhawks battled back from a first-set loss to win in 4. On Saturday, the team looked tired and lost in straight sets. KU is now 11-4 overall and 3-1 in the conference, with top-ranked Texas to visit Horsch this weekend.
And that will wrap it up for today's sports update. After the break, Kaylin will be back with the weather. Keep watching.
Good evening, Jayhawks. My name is Hayden Woolhite here with your weather forecast for this evening. couple of the headlines we're going to be talking about today. We've got mild and calm weather in the forecast for tonight. Also, we're looking to continuing to stay overall pleasant for the next several days. And then by the weekend, it's looking to be a little bit more on the warmer side, as well as a possibility of seeing some rain chances try to make their way into this weekend. But for right now, we're going to enjoy the weather for the next couple days. Now, last Thursday, we did get to see quite a little storm push through our area. I was able to capture this time lapse, really starting to see this quite the beautiful shelf cloud really starting to roll on through. I certainly was not expecting to see this today, and I'm sure a lot of other students were definitely got caught off as we did see quite a bit of rain showers from the storm. You can clearly see that rain, all that rain just pushing off to the north as this continues to make its way off towards Kansas, but just a beautiful structure of a storm that happened last Thursday. And today, don't have to worry about any kind of storms, although we are starting to see a little bit bits of isolated showers trying to make their way in a forecast. Live look right now on top of the Oriad Hotel, really starting to see those clouds trying to build in a little bit. We are going to probably see a gorgeous sunset later this evening, but for right now, we are very comfortable with our temperatures. Currently in Lawrence, it is 73 degrees, 75 degrees still in Leavenworth, 77 degrees in Topeka, and 75 degrees down in Ottawa. We did reach a high of about 79 degrees, and once those clouds started to really push in, we saw those temperatures drop to as about 73 degrees. Definitely a little bit more cooler now that we're a little bit cooler now, and dew points are still very comfortable and very dry in those mid to upper 50s. And as I mentioned before, here's satellite look, seeing those clouds really starting to push in from the east, and we'll continue to see mostly cloudy conditions for the rest of this evening. And I did mention we are seeing a few isolated showers on radar right now. We do see a little bit, some isolated showers down towards Clinton, a little bit north of Baldwin, really starting to make their way off to the southwest. But we are looking to overall stay dry tonight, but can't rule out a couple of isolated showers. Still wanted to stick around for tonight. And overall weather patterns have been very consistent. We've been seeing very comfortable, dry and sunny days the past couple of days as we've been dealing with a high pressure system off to our west, but we'll start to see some changes once we get into the weekend. But definitely still seeing quite a bit of rain down towards our southeast as well, and don't have any hurricanes currently right now in the Atlantic. Sam has finally moved its way on to the North Atlantic, and it's currently a post-tropical storm at this point. And right now we are enjoying temperatures currently at 73 degrees in Lawrence, mostly cloudy, but overall very pleasant, and that northeast wind at 9 miles per hour. Almanac today, we did, as I mentioned before, we did reach a high of 79 degrees, a low of 48 degrees this morning, a little bit above our average, but not so much for our low. Did see that record of 26-degree low set back in 2012. Definitely a little bit of a hello of winter back then, but don't have to worry about that tonight, as we're going to be still staying pretty mild with our temperatures. Still going to stay in those 70s, till at least about 7 o'clock, and mostly cloudy conditions, and we'll continue to further on drop down to a low of 57 degrees. Still mostly cloudy, but overall very mild. Definitely a nice night to get out and enjoy the weather a bit, and to enjoy the weather for tomorrow, as we will only be at a high of 75 degrees. Still holding on a couple of clouds in the area, as well as a possible isolated shower as well, but only a 20% chance of those isolated showers. And here's one of our models of future track, just could possibly show when we could see a few of these, just a little bit of a pop-up isolated shower for tomorrow, and even possibly Thursday as well, but not a complete washout. Don't really have to worry about bringing an umbrella anywhere, as we're still looking to be overall very dry till about Sunday, when we can see our better chances for rain showers to move in the area, and even Monday as well, but still looking to be very consistent with our mid to upper 70s. And then by Friday and Saturday, we're going to get back into those 80s, a little bit more on the warmer side. One little hello from summer, and then we're going to say goodbye to summer again, as we'll go back into those fall-like temperatures back in those mid to lower 70s going into next week. But looks to be a great week ahead for us, and a great weekend for fall break, and which this ends the weather forecast and also ends the show. We won't necessarily be back. We won't be back next week, but we will be back the week after. So enjoy fall break, Jayhawks. Have a good evening and stay safe out there.